Hello and welcome to this tutorial video about importing shape data into MasterShip. In this tutorial video, we are going to use the shape model, which is displayed here on the screen. And we can say this could be a typical input uh, from our conceptual stage. Quite often it's an hull model with no construction in it. And with MasterShip, we can make the construction for it. What we always need to have in place is a MasterShip project folder structure. It's explained in a different video on how to make that, but here is displayed how a typical MasterShip folder structure looks. So this one is in place, and at this moment we are using this file shape DWG. Now, before we are going to import the model into MasterShip, we are going to do a quick check on the model if it's placed logically in the coordinate system and if all the entities are able to be imported. So let's take a quick look. The base of the model is at a value of z is 0, and the stir and it seems to be symmetrical around the z-axis. And if we take a look from this side, we can see that at x is 0, there could be a rudder post, which is logically. Sometimes you can also say that you want to move the model with the stern on an x value of 0. In principle, it doesn't matter too much, but it's nice to use shipbuilding conventions for the rest of the software. What is important for MasterShip use is that the ship points in the x direction. So the bow is pointing towards the x, and that the z value is up. So we have now checked the model if it's placed logically, and it seemed to have only service entities. In MasterShip, we can import service entities, line entities, regions. We can even do traditional lines plans, but this is a very typical example of what we see nowadays. So before we're going to import the shape model into MasterShip, we are going to navigate to the shape ribbon, and we are going to check if we have the correct MasterShip shape database actively. The MasterShip shape database is where the information is stored, and it's a fundamental of our software. It will be used throughout the rest of the process in designing the 3D construction. In this case, the default is set. Quite often that is good. You can also make a new database yourself. Very often the default is simply fine. Now we can make a decision to import either only one side of the model or both sides. And in this video, I'm going to choose to import both sides. To import it, we use the command ship convert to surface. And when we use this command, all the entities will be added to this MSD. So when I execute the commands, I select the objects that I want to import into MasterShip. In this case, I first import the deck, and I'm going to call this main deck. And at this moment, the deck turns yellow, which means that it's now in the MSD. And I'm going to make this now invisible to make my life a little bit easier and import the rest of the hull model. So here I can uncheck this and it will not be visible anymore. And I'm also going to import the entire hull, except for the transom. And I'll call it hull. Okay. Now this also turned yellow. going to do the same, all unchecked, and it leaves us only with the transom. And I'm going to call this transom. Now all entities are added into the shape database. Let's make them visible again. So in this case, I used three different surfaces. You could also compare them a little bit with layers. It's not the same, but just to give you an idea. Um, the main idea is to do this logically. I could have, for example, divided the hull into the bow area, midship section, and the aft section. But for this, for now, this is good enough. Um, so this is how to import shape data into MasterShip. So what else can we do with it? As I already explained, we can make it visible or invisible. So let's make it all invisible. And we can also draw surfaces, which is a little bit different than surface visibility. So if we draw surfaces, we get AutoCAD input back. So this is the original input. We get it back. And the only way to get rid of this is by deleting it. And the difference with visibility is that you can make it visible or invisible. This can come in handy at times that you want to use the original surface. And yeah, we can also use the MSD to draw, for example, intersections or even add intersections. But that's explained in the next videos. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll hope to see you in the next one.